All right, one more fight to go. This will be our main event of the evening. Let's bring out our first fighter, making his way to the cage, Grau-Power Grau.
And here we go, coming to the cage for this light heavyweight championship fight. Jens Grau, the oldest fighter on tonight's card at 41 years old. He stands 5 feet and 9 inches tall with a camo record of 2 wins, 3 losses, but overall 4 wins and 3 losses. In particular, he's on a 2-fight win streak here at the U against Mike Bettis with a round 1 TKO and a majority decision win against Gio Zavala. His last loss, a split decision against heavyweight Renardo Palmer. So his last loss was 1 weight up.
Interesting. He's a very big dude himself. I think this is the right weight class for him. Light heavyweight is his home.
Originally from Denmark, Jens Grau trains with Boss Rutten's Elite MMA. He was a national champion powerlifter in 07 and 09. You know, he came here to train with Boss because he liked, he met him and he liked his style, liked his mentality, liked his training system. Very similar ethos with the powerful Jens Grau. He also, you know, I saw him fight at heavyweight. He looks better now here at light heavyweight.
Yeah, I'm psyched to see him fight. I saw him before the fight. He looked very, very focused.
Right to the cage, Joshua Neal.
And his opponent coming to the cage right now, 25-year-old Joshua Neal stands 6 feet tall, a southpaw with only 1 fight on his record, a loss out of Burbank, California, with Killer Bees, the Hive under Tom Bowman. His big thought tonight is to keep that distance. You know, he's got a good reach advantage over Jens Grau. He's a Kempo Shotokan fighter, so he believes he can use that ability to keep distance and keep Jens from doing what he's best at, which is getting inside and just throwing jackhammers at your body.
Yeah, I think if he keeps some distance, works his striking, I like the composure of him. Even though he's 0-1, I think he has a great chance of winning this light heavyweight title.
Joshua Neal, when he's not training, he works at Bank of America in the mortgage department. Don't blame him, it's just a job. When he's here, though, it's all about go hard, leave it all out there. And then when he's done here, he wants to get CPK, Stonefire, and Outback to celebrate this fight.
I like CPK. They got a great veggie sandwich I get about once a week. Really good.
Strong.
Very good job what they do with their veggie sandwich.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Go get a veggie sandwich from CPK after you watch this awesome light heavyweight championship fight between Jens Grau and Josh Neal.
You'll love it.
Josh out there getting his final instructions, having everything checked out to make sure there's nothing illicit or improper about all his work. You know, one thing we don't allow here in the U is for you to take your tape and then wrap it, like put it in glue and then rub your hand in glass. We don't let that happen here.
Really?
Yeah. It's strange, but you know, you have to protect the fighters.
Yeah, I guess because it's amateur, it makes sense. I was wondering why no one came out like that today, but thank you for clarifying.
Maybe one day in the future, but for now, let's send it to Salvador Arellano.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is our main event of the evening. Brought to you by bodybuilding.com. Scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds for the University of Mixed Martial Arts Light Heavyweight Championship title. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter. He comes to the cage with a record of 4 wins and 3 losses. 1 win coming by way of knockout. He stands at 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighing at 201.4 pounds. Representing Boss Rutten's Elite MMA from Thousand Oaks, California, Jens Grau-Power Grau. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, a Kempo Shotokan fighter. He brings a record of no wins and 1 loss to the cage. He stands at 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighing at 205.8 pounds. Fighting with Bowman's Dojo Killer Bees from Van Nuys, California, Joshua Neal.
All right, guys, we went over all the rules in the dressing room. Any questions from blue? Any questions from red? Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Let's touch gloves and go back to your corners.
Man in charge of the action, Mylan Ayers.
Break out the popcorn, crack open those beers, folks, because here it is, your light heavyweight championship here for the University of Mixed Martial Arts between Jens Grau in the blue corner and Joshua Neal in the red corner. It starts here.
Don't blink, guys. It could end fast.
And already they're showing us that's the case.
So Jen's got himself a little clinch position with his back against the cage. See if he's looking to take it to the ground with the nickname Grapple.
Josh Neal using that extra length to try to pin Jens against the cage here.
Now Joshua seems to be fine with the clinch, kind of looking for some sort of submission or possibly get a hold of the neck.
You know, Josh has a really excellent fighting frame, long but still thick.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job. He's keeping his legs wide. You know, I think that's smart. You know, the short rounds, get him broken up and get back to some.
That kick well blocked there by Jens. But again, now back to that same position.
Exactly, and he's in. This wins rounds. You know, being aggressive, pushing forward, getting the guy against the cage, and just being in the offensive position. It looks good for the judges.
Now, Josh Neal is throwing these knees, but they seem to be mostly catching the arms of Grau.
They do, but they'll chop away. You know, it's a very muscular guy, and you just hit everything you can. That's, you know, if you can't hit the face of the body, just hit anything. Be the aggressor. But right now he has looks like he has double underhooks. That's a very good position to get a takedown and see what he does with it. He's really pressing the cage. I think we have some visible swelling on Jens's face.
Under the right eye already,
exactly.
A nice little mouse developing.
It might have been one of those little short shots. Maybe a knuckle got through.
Yeah, Jens' face is beginning to look a little bit like Vanderlei Silva's.
And he's wearing Jens out. He's wearing him out by just making him clinch. You know, it's a smart tactic to do against a guy that's very muscular. Slow him down and get the lactic acid in the muscles. Get him tired.
Well, Jens looks like he's doing okay, though. If there's one thing I will say about him, I've caught a lot of his fights. I've met him many times. Jens is extremely, extremely strong mentally. You can see there, boss trying to run over and give him a little bit of coaching, but the commission saying, no, you are not his corner man. Go back to your seat. Boss, ever the educator, of course. But Jens is exceptionally strong mentally. He's always said he doesn't come in with like distinctive game plans or this is what I have to do. He says, it depends on what my mood is. Let's, when they say let's go, I go with where my body tells me to go.
Well, I hope his body's telling him to, get after him, because he lost that round, so you have to win the next two. Yeah, you pretty much. And then our corner in front of us is excited, pumping him up to possibly win himself a University of Mixed Martial Arts championship tonight. He seems confident. I like what I'm seeing. I would like to see a little bit of his Shotokan.
Josh Neal was very confident in our pre-fight interviews. A little blood here from the face now of Jens Grau. That big mouse under the right eye, little blood on the left eye. And here they go. One thing you got to see, though, from Josh, he is very, very long.
He got hurt with a little right hand. Not too bad, but it connected.
He's listed at 6 feet tall, but I got to believe he's a little taller than that.
He definitely looks it. He's trying some crafty strikes. We got some visible blood coming down Jens's face.
A nice 1-2 there. And then a good looping right there from Jens.
Yeah, if you notice, Josh does keep his chin pretty high up. That's a target right there. If you can get a hold of that chin, that could be a night ender. But he's doing a good job. He's keeping really good angles, staying in front, constantly turning to the left. He's landing nice shots.
That cut starting to worsen, though, under the left eye of Jens Grau. But now you can see some deep breaths coming from Josh Neal.
I do, and that's surprising that we're about 3 minutes into a fight. We're physically tired already. But still pressing forward. You got to be careful. He might give up his back here, and he readjusts.
You know, conditioning is one thing, but you can never really factor in what adrenaline is going to do to somebody.
Oh, totally. You could be exhausted 20 seconds into the fight for a fight you prepared for weeks.
A good few strikes from Josh Neal, and then a nice counter from Jens. Oh, that's a big uppercut. Now Jens Grau pouring it on.
Those are some big shots. Those are with about 20 seconds left in the round. Those are ones that can win the round. Josh needs to do something that separates them now. Throw some knees up the pipe. I think he's just kind of holding on. He knows the round's going to end.
And those are some big shots there from Jens to put a punctuation on the end of this round.
Very good round.
So far, these title fights tonight living up to their billing.
They really are. I'm excited we're here. I'm excited we're at the end of the night and we're seeing some titles and people putting it all on the line.
What do you want? Look at me. What do you want?
So the corner of Josh Neal yelling, "What do you want? What do you want? Look at me. What do you want?" Trying to get him fired up, get him focused here for this final round. Now on the other side, we have Boss yelling from outside of the cage at Jens about the conditioning of Josh Neal.
Well, it's noticeable. He's tired. He is physically tired. He got cracked with a bunch of shots. Momentum is in Jens's favor. He needs to come out and press. If I was Jens's corner, 2 minutes hard. Go get that belt. Go get that belt. Leave it all out there. It's all you. That's what you should be hearing from a cornerman right now. That's what you hear from Boss Rutten right now.
Yeah, Boss, you got him. Go after him. I'd like Boss to be my coach for pretty much anything.
Anything.
Joshua! Josh, go!
If this was a chess game, if I was learning how to paint.
Pretty much.
And now here we go, round 3 of this light heavyweight championship here at the University of Mixed Martial Arts. Jens Grau in the blue, Josh Neal in the red. And again, they waste no time throwing leather.
And now Josh is trying to get to the ground. Tired and possibly a little hurt.
And Jens is just like, I'm gonna hit anything. You wanna stand there? Fine, I'll hit you in the thigh. And now this fight appears like it might be turning into Jens Grau's favor. Josh Neal's on the ground, and that's it. Jens Grau is your University of Mixed Martial Arts light heavyweight champion. And that's called listening to your coaches.
Very nice. That was amazing stuff right there.
You know, you got to think that he might have been down 2 rounds going into that final round, those final 2 minutes, and he just turned it right on.
Exactly. I'm thoroughly impressed. He has a crazy amount of power. It's very impressive to see. And he came out there and he listened to his corner and he pressed the pace and he got the finish immediately.
He's very thick, very powerful. You can see exchanging words with his coach, Boss Rutten. They are both very excited about that win, as you have to be to get a finish like that, especially coming into that final round down. You know, Jens Grau now improves his record to 5 wins and 3 losses. That's 3 wins in a row here in the amateurs for Jens Grau. Here comes that replay. Jens creates some space, right hand, left hand, Josh goes down, and then forget the head, he just starts pounding on the side of the body. What a dominating final round here, and way to dig deep too.
Yeah, if you look at Jens's face, he took a little bit of a beating in the first round. He came back and turned the tide and got himself a title. I'm very happy for the guy.
You know, and a lot of those first 2 shots just seem like they're grazing, but with that kind of power, even a graze can be real damaging.
Exactly.
You know, before the fight, Jens Grau said, "I'm the one that writes the termination letter, that's it." And that's what he did. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
He did. I'm excited to see if, if he's going to defend his title and move up to the pro ranks, because he's a dangerous guy.
Well, here's one of the crazy things about Boss Rutten's gym is they train with that old shoot-to-box mentality. They try to knock each other out when training. They don't throw knees to the head, and they don't throw knees and kicks to the head at full steam, but punches, no, they go deep. And that totally pays off. You can see he was used to taking big blows. He was not someone who had been inexperienced in getting hit really, really hard, and he knew how to hit hard back.
That's the mentality. If you're gonna prepare for a fight, the best way to prepare is by fighting. And you know, if you're going to get some training partners, they're probably in the same boat. They want to train too, and they want to get the best out of it. And it's fun, like laying it all out there and throwing as hard as you can. Sometimes is a lot of fun, and it's like it's pretty fulfilling and lets you know what you could do and how much you have in your tank.
Well, this 41-year-old Danish fighter might be coming into this on the later end, but still, you got to think that he's got some exciting fights in him for the future.
He totally does. You know, there's no age limitations in mixed martial arts. We've seen it with guys like Randy Couture and Dan Henderson. That age is not a factor. It's heart, it's fitness, and it's just determination to be the best.
So Jens Grau victorious here, your University of Mixed Martial Arts light heavyweight champion. We can expect afterwards, as he always does when he wins, he's going to react to the Cuban Madur, dark leaves, of course, and a glass of 40-year-old port. That's a man with class.
That's pretty classy.
I don't have this. Here for Jens Grau. You know, a tough night also for Joshua Neal. He was probably winning that fight going to the final round. How do you deal with the guy mentally, you know, breaking down there at the end? That's got to take a tax on you.
Oh, that's got to take a tax, and he's going to have 2 losses in a row, so it's tough.
Gentlemen, here we go. The third man in the ring, Marlon Ayers, brings a fight to a halt. 1 minute, 31 seconds into the second round for your winner by way of knockout and new U of MMA light heavyweight champion, Jens Grau-Power Grau.
Jens, boom.
Wow. Well, first, thank you guys for being out there. Thank you guys for supporting this here and buying the tickets. It means everything for everyone here. Thank you to my opponent, Joshua Neal. He gave the fight.
Yeah, he did. It's pretty safe to say he won the first round, you won the second round. So coming into it, what was your thoughts going into the third round, knowing that you needed to come out with the W and that hardware on your waist?
I thought, wow, he really wanted to come out faster than I did. So, I mean, I got to give him that. And other than that, I want to thank my corner, Leon McClary, Randy Katami, and of course, Boss Rutten right there. I want to thank all the coaches at Elite MMA and my whole fight team there. And a special thanks to my good friend and also coach, Jamie Tony the Ghost, who's not here tonight with us, but God bless all of you. Love you.
Your new University of MMA light heavyweight champion. Give it up for him, Jens Grau.
All right, your victor tonight with a very impressive round 3, possibly come from behind stoppage, Jens Grau. Wow, what a performance.
That was fantastic. Good for Jens, good for Boss, and good for all those guys.
Well, again, one more time, so you remember that name, your new light heavyweight champion at the University of Mixed Martial Arts, Jens Grau.